¿Cómo estás? I'm Juan from Spanish Hacks, and today we're going to talk about how to learn Spanish for free from home. ¡Vamos! So, before going to the points of how you can actually learn Spanish from home for free, I need to say something. Most of you think that you need to go abroad or to a Spanish-speaking country to learn Spanish and to achieve fluency and whatever, or to pay a very expensive course. So I think the excuses that I hear the most are this. First of all, I don't have any money, and the second one is I don't have any time. And these are excuses, because we all have time. So think about this. If you really want to go out with that girl or with that boy, then you're going to find the time to do it. And it's the same with your goals with your Spanish. If you really want to learn Spanish, then you're going to find the time to do it. And that's why I think those are excuses. You don't have to learn Spanish. So if you feel that you have to learn Spanish, maybe you should think deeper about that, because probably you want to learn Spanish because other people's judgment. If you are going to learn Spanish, it has to be because you really want to do that. You have an inner motivation. Learn Spanish from home for free is possible, because I did the same with my English, and I did it in 3 months. That's another story. I'm not going to go very strong with that in this video. I achieved fluency in Spanish, and I didn't pay to any teacher. I didn't pay any course. I did a lot of things that many people would think are really crazy, but well, I'm crazy. Those are the things that are going to make you speak fluently, that are going to make you become a person who can connect with most native speakers, and I think that's what you really want. Let's go with the video. Okay, the first tip I have for you is that you need to watch movies completely in Spanish without subtitles. I would say most people have been trying this, but I think they are not doing in the right way, and let me explain you why. When you watch the movie completely in Spanish with subtitles, whether in Spanish or in English, to understand or to see the words that the people are saying, you focus your attention on the subtitles instead on listening and develop that skill. In a conversation, you're not going to see any subtitles, so you're going to just listen, and you need to develop that skill. That's why I suggest to watch the movie completely in Spanish and without subtitles. Maybe you're a beginner and you must be thinking, okay Juan, but if I'm a beginner, how am I supposed to understand something? That's why I suggest to watch a movie or a series that you have watched before in your mother tongue. And that way you're going to understand most of the movie, even if you don't know what they are exactly saying. You're going to develop your listening skills, and that way is going to boost your Spanish tremendously, because when you are in front of a native speaker, you're going to be able to understand most of what they are saying. El siguiente tip que tengo para ti es que grabes videos para tus redes sociales. Este tip es muy importante porque yo creo que una de las cosas más difíciles cuando estás aprendiendo un idioma es que te deje de importar lo que otras personas puedan pensar de ti y de cómo hablas. Eso es súper importante, al menos aquí en México. Cuando alguien intenta hablar inglés y habla un poco mal, la gente se ríe de esta persona. Y yo creo que es algo malísimo, porque es una de las razones por las que solamente el 5% de los mexicanos hablamos inglés. Tal vez te está pasando lo mismo con tu español, no lo sé, pero grabar videos en español y después subirlos a tus redes sociales, cuando grabas el video, tú estás empezando a usar el idioma, que es lo más importante. Tienes que hablar, tienes que abrir tu boca y hablar, usar el idioma. De esta forma tú empiezas a darte cuenta qué cosas dices mal, porque puedes ver el video, qué cosas dices bien y qué cosas puedes corregir. La segunda ventaja que yo veo aquí es que cuando lo subes a tus redes sociales, te da miedo al principio. Y yo sé lo que se siente, porque estos videos que yo hago en inglés y un poquito en español, en realidad son videos que a veces me dan miedo subir, porque yo no sé qué va a pensar la gente de mi inglés. Después de subir el primer video, estaba muy nervioso. Estaba pensando, ¿qué van a decir? ¿Qué van a pensar? Entonces, subir el video en español a tus redes sociales te va a ayudar a darte cuenta que el juicio de la gente no es tan importante como tú crees. Al principio te va a doler un poco, te va a poner un poco triste, a lo mejor nadie le da like o lo que sea, o alguien te escribe un comentario feo, pero la mejor forma de evitar el juicio de las personas o de que te deje de importar es que te pongas en situaciones en las que te tengan que juzgar. Graba videos, súbelo a tus redes sociales, hazlo en español y vas a ver que vas a aprender muchísimo y vas a mejorar mucho tus habilidades para hablar y usar el idioma. By the way, guys, on the description below, you're going to see the link to join the Spanish Hacks membership, where I help you to develop your Spanish speaking skill through the conversational sessions, where I help you to get confidence with your Spanish, and through the language coaching sessions, where I help you to develop the language structure of the Spanish language in your mind so you can learn vocabulary and grammar easily by your own. You're going to see the link on the description below and in the first comment. Check it out. And I would love to see you there because we're having a lot of fun. Let's go with the next tip to boost your Spanish for free from home. Okay, Google, how do I get tacos for free?
Can get a free Doritos Locos taco at any time on June.
Exactly, set your phone in Spanish because think about it. What is the first thing that you do when you just get up? Exactly, just watch your phone. If you do that, you're going to start seeing the Spanish every day in your life because you're going to see in Instagram the features in Spanish, you're going to see your settings in Spanish and everything in Spanish. That's going to help you to start making connections about the words that you don't know what they mean, but when you touch that, then you're going to see what they actually do, and that's going to help you a lot. Ok, el siguiente tip que tengo para ti es que tienes que hablar en español en voz alta. La razón de esto es porque de esta forma, incluso si tú no tienes a una persona con quien practicar tu español, de todas formas tú vas a poder expresarte y vas a hacer que tu cerebro haga esas conexiones que necesitas para cuando estés en una conversación poder hilar las palabras. Yo hacía esto cuando estaba aprendiendo inglés y era muy chistoso porque recuerdo que mi familia, para ellos era como molesto que yo les hablara en inglés, sobre todo para mi hermano menor. De esta forma me di cuenta que podía hablar más de lo que yo pensaba. Me ayudaba a realmente empezar a crear conexiones de frases, de palabras y poder crear nuevas frases y nuevas palabras por mí mismo sin tener que ver un libro o sin tener que ver un video para saber cómo se dice. Y eso creo que es parte fundamental porque primero te va a dar confianza y la segunda cosa que yo creo es que vas a empezar a usar este idioma, en tu caso el español, como usas el inglés. Así que recuerda, habla en voz alta con las personas, enciérrate en tu cuarto y usa el idioma pero en voz alta. Eso va a ayudar a tu cerebro a crear esas conexiones. Okay, the next tip I have for you is to use Memrise. This app helps me a lot when I want to use some basic phrases to use right away in a conversation. This is very useful because if you are that kind of person who want to really communicate with native speakers, this is going to boost your Spanish tremendously. Check that app, download that app, it's for free. And even the premium membership is not that expensive, it's very affordable and is going to make a huge difference in your learning. And you can also download my conversational guideline here in the description below, and you're going to be able to learn the basic phrases you can use in Spanish in your first conversation, even if you're a very beginner. I would say you need to download Memrise and download for free my conversational guideline, and you can use it with your language partner right away. The next tip I have for you is to get an online language partner. And I have two ways to do this, and it's through different websites that I'm going to share with you right now. The first one is italki.com. On italki.com you can go and search for different people who are learning your mother tongue, and in exchange they can teach you the language that you are learning, for example Spanish, and this is going to be for free. The second website that I suggest to use is Couchsurfing. On Couchsurfing you find people who are living in your country or in your city and who may be foreigners and they speak the language that you are looking for to learn. There are two ways to do this on Couchsurfing. The first one is to host one person who is traveling to your city, and in exchange they teach you the language. And the other way to do this is to go and meet people. If you download the app, there is a feature called Hangouts, and there you can find people who are just traveling, they don't need any host, and they are just looking for people to meet up, and that's the best opportunity for you to use the language, to speak it, and to learn more from the culture, which is also important if you're learning any language. It takes some time, but it's worth it, so go for it. Y el último tip que tengo para ti, pero que es, yo creo, el más importante, es que puedas definir, número uno, ¿por qué estás aprendiendo español? Y la segunda es que definas un objetivo trimestral. Cuando tú estás aprendiendo algo o cuando estás buscando llegar a un objetivo, tienes que tener claro cuáles son los pasos para llegar a ese objetivo. Si no los tienes claro, va a ser muy difícil y va a ser muy fácil que pierdas la motivación. Entonces, tu objetivo a 3 meses tiene que ser medible, alcanzable y muy claro. Lo tienes que escribir. Un objetivo que es claro, medible y alcanzable sería hablar con tu compañero de idiomas cada día durante 20 minutos durante los próximos 90 días. Pero antes de definir esos objetivos a 3 meses, define el por qué estás aprendiendo español. Follow me on Instagram where I upload different and great content to help you with your Spanish, like the videos about the Mexican slang and about the words and phrases that can make sense in English but not in Spanish, so you can know how to use them properly. Don't forget to subscribe, turn the little bell if you want to know when I upload a new video, and I'll see you next week with more content to help you gain confidence with your Spanish speaking skills. Adios!